Welcome to Grumpy Wolf Reacts. I am Grumpy Wolf. Today I'm reacting to Vincent's Tale, The First Night. Welcome, Howlers. For those of you who are new, I am Grumpy Wolf. I do reactions here on YouTube, and how I usually do my reactions to the music videos would be I do a playful playthrough where I pause and talk, give my thoughts and feelings and stuff. Since this is a special case, one of these stories or uh, in between to give us insights into what's going on with the tales with Ren. How I'm gonna do this is just do the one playthrough where I pause and talk, and if I feel it's needed or necessary, I'll do a playthrough uninterrupted. But with this being what it is, I don't think I'll need that, and I'm trying to get both of these done tonight. Anyways, if you don't know, my fan base has named itself the Howlers, and I love it. Welcome, Howlers. Um, there will be a link in the description down below to watch this on Ren's channel. Make sure you like and subscribe on his channel. Watch his content there. This is on his second channel, Ren Makes Stuff. This is where all the in-betweens and backstage stuff goes up. I think it's awesome. This right here looks like the TV screen we had in Vincent's Tale Sunflowers with the bunny logo that is somewhat visible right here. That is the logo for not Vincent's Tale, sorry, the Slaughterhouse album. If I'm wrong, please correct me down below. Anyways, with all that being said, let's get into this masterpiece. I've seen reactors doing this. I have not watched this yet or the second night. I've been avoiding it. I wanted to figure out if I was doing reactions or not, and I decided to do it. So, let's get right into this. Vincent's Tale, The First Night. Excuse me, here we go.
Yes, Baby No Baby with a banger for the weekend. Yes, Baby No Baby with a banger for the weekend. That was Brawl Dog. Alright, we've got a chart-to-chart exclusive now coming in. Some new cat who goes by the name of Ren. This one right here is I Don't Give Two Fucks. Neither does a virgin.
Starving for some food for thought. I had a way. I'm a student of a melancholy prodigy, catching supernovas falling from the Milky Way.
Is that a human or an angel singing?
I don't shy away. Maybe I'll get high today. I get stuck.
A man has died after being stabbed last night in the shopping district of London, Paddington. Police say the victim is 29-year-old Edmund Lockridge, the son of Lord Lucian Lockridge, the billionaire founder of Lockridge Incorporated. The company has been at the center of several recent...
Oh, of course. Had to be son of a billionaire. Vincent's fucked. I mean, he did stab him anyways, so... not much luck there. But, we all know what happens when you have money. You get a free pass on almost any crime you commit. Just look at our fucking president in the United States. He's a criminal. He's a fraud. He's, in my opinion, a child molester. And yet, he's still able to be president and walk free in and make money when he should be in fucking jail. Anyways... God, I love this. And I mentioned this. No, it was in a chat with someone in my Discord, actually. Like, the scale of these things are just going up, like, quality-wise. I was watching the shorts on his channel, like the one in the courtroom. There's so many people involved now, actor-wise or whatnot, and I think it's amazing. It shows the growth that Ren has been able to achieve over the last few years. Anyways, so far, loving this. I wonder if that is a song on the new album, or if it was just a little bit to be here as a, I don't know, just the kind of filler type of thing. But it's not an actual song. I guess we will find out. Here we go.
A billionaire founder of Lockridge Incorporated. The company has been at the centre of several recent controversies, though police have stressed there is no indication at this stage that the attack is connected. A 34-year-old man from Shepherd's Bush was arrested at the scene and remains in custody.
Yes, that's right. Just after 9:30 last night.
At the scene? Pretty sure he ran away from the scene and got arrested a little bit away. But hey, what do I know?
Emergency services were called to this pedestrian. Yes, that's right. Just after 9:30 last night, emergency services were called to this pedestrian strip on Parade Street, Paddington. Witnesses describe a heated altercation followed by Mr. Lockridge collapsing from stab wounds. Vincent Gavon, described by neighbours.
Multiple stab wounds? I'm pretty sure he just once with that bottle. And since seeing that, I'm like, what happens? Like, do you just have a hole now? If that whole thing went in, you know? Scary thoughts. I'm liking the little fuzzy bits they're doing here, the cutting in and out, emulating like bad connection or something.
Followed by Mr. Lockridge collapsing from stab wounds. Vincent Gavon, described by neighbours as quiet and someone who kept to himself, was detained minutes later.
Gavon. Vincent van Gogh. I like it. Yeah, little connections there.
Vincent Gavon, described by neighbours as quiet and someone who kept to himself, was detained minutes later. Police say they are keeping an open mind on motive, including whether the attack was politically motivated.
In Westminster this afternoon, police and ministers responded to the growing public concern. We take you there now.
At approximately 3:09 this morning, Vincent Gavin was charged with murder.
Gavin, not Gavon. Okay.
Our deepest condolences go to the Lockridge family. As this is an ongoing investigation, further comment would be inappropriate.
Will this be treated as an act of extremism?
We're keeping an open mind.
Minister, is this a sign of a wider breakdown in public safety?
What happened last night is not just an attack on an individual, but on the values that underpin our society. The Prime Minister will be reviewing measures to ensure crimes of this nature face the toughest possible response.
Thank you, Minister. Lord Lockridge! There's been some accusations that your company's practices...
My son was murdered. That is the truth. That is the only truth. Attempts to justify or rationalize this crime are beneath contempt. And that is all I have to say on the matter.
Okay, that's all for today. Thank you. Thank you.
In an extraordinary turn, the public have been left completely.
Given the circumstances, I feel the father's replies were right. Not really wanting to talk about it, and trying to find a way to justify the reasoning of someone killing his son is also... No matter what you determine, I don't feel you could justify murder. Going off of what we witnessed in the self-portrait video. Ren is a fucking genius. Let's go.
Thank you.
In an extraordinary turn, the public have been left completely divided. Some of the population see Vincent as a new age devil, whilst others see him as a modern-day hero, striking a blow against the status quo.
I'm stood outside the courthouse, and although officials have described this as an open and shut case, you can see there's clear...
Look at all the people. I mean, with it being Ren, I'm sure it's not hard to get fans or whatever to join in and take part. I wonder if that's the case or if they're all hired actors. If you have the information, let me know. If there's something in there with inside details that's out and released, let me know. I would love to look at it, read it, watch it, whatever the case may be. But damn, he is going in on this set, and I love it. Like the clips that led up to Self-Portrait, just little short ones. This is 12 and a half minutes, and I'm pretty sure the next one is just as long, if not a little bit longer. It's fucking amazing. If Netflix doesn't give him a deal, they're fucking stupid. All he's gonna do is make them money and make something extremely worth watching. Let's go.
Public divide between support and condemnation for Vincent Gavon. Back to you.
With the suspect now formally charged, the question remains, a man's crime or a sign of something deeper in Britain today?
Compliance. Life without passion is a world without violence. From the same Lockridge Industries laboratories that brought the world's first medication formulated to heal the global economy, Envian. Comply More, a new, groundbreaking series of treatments, is here to change the world all over again. Finally, an alternative to the responsibilities faced in modern-day relationships. Throughout history, human minds have been afflicted with absurd delusions, such as individuality and fairness. Are your children starting to develop their own personalities as they grow? Are you tired of waking up every day and having to pretend to listen to other people prattle on about their right to self-expression? But that can all stop with just 2 easy-to-swallow tablets taken before, after, and during every meal.
Side effects include spontaneous ankle jingling, unexpected emotional flash mobs, mild to severe haunted elbow syndrome, involuntary shadow twitching, temporary loss of the ability to pronounce the letter S, sudden memories from lives you definitely didn't live.
That was funny. He can't do anything. Oh, Ren can't help it like I can't help it. Just point out the fucking stupidity of our society. That's why I love Ren so much. And he does it in such an intelligent way. Way more intelligent than I could do it. Oh. Let's continue.
Sudden memories from lives you definitely didn't live.
Good evening and welcome to Britannia Speaks, where the nation debates the issues that matter most. Tonight, Vincent Gavon, charged with the murder of Edmund Lockridge, who
is Gavon how it would be pronounced in the UK, and here in America, Gavin. Let me know, because most of them have said Gavon. Anyways, not that big a deal, just curiosity.
Tonight, Vincent Gavon, charged with the murder of Edmund Lockridge. Who is he? It's a tragedy that has sparked outrage, division and a national conversation. On our panel tonight, Sir Douglas Kane, former Chief of Police. We have Dr. Aston Tolliday, political scientist. We have Cassie Blaze, who is an actress, influencer and former contestant on the TV dating show Swipe Right Forever. We have Percy Price, Professor of Psychosurgical Medicine at Cambridge University. So, without further ado, let us go to our first question from the audience.
With this, Red doesn't need Netflix. It might be nice to have a little funding from them or whatever, but seriously, He's producing better shit than they've been producing for years, minus a couple successes. I never watched Squid Games. I'm not someone to follow the hype train. Just because people say, "Ooh, this is great." No. Didn't watch that stupid Tiger bullshit. I'm usually one to go the opposite of the fads. Except for making a reaction channel. I said it before you could call me out in the chat. Haha. What now, Chop? What did you want? Huh? You want to say hi? Come here. Come here. People want to see you. No. He's mad I'm waiting till I'm done recording to get dinner, so I should continue. Alright, this is amazing. And Ren right here looks a little spun out. At least the character he's playing does.
Cambridge University. So, without further ado, let us go to our first question from the audience.
Thank you. My question is, has Britain lost control of its streets? I work 2 jobs, finish at midnight, and honestly, I can't afford to change my shift, but I don't feel safe. My niece is 14 and won't go out after dark, and all the politicians are just arguing on a Twitter instead of doing, well, anything really. Should we feel safe, or is it over for this country?
Unfortunately, politicians arguing between one another instead of doing things for the people is pretty common worldwide right now. And it's sad. Technically, there are employees, at least here in America. I don't know otherwise. That's why they're called public servants. Even the president is a public servant. Fucking bastard. And instead of making decisions that better for everyone, they're making decisions here that are only good for the wealthy. You could fuck off. It's supposed to be a government for the people, by the people, or by the people for the people. Not by the money for the money. It's fucking pathetic. And I'm glad Ren shines lights on stuff like that because too many people avoid these hard topics when they should be talked about. More in a manner of which way Ren doesn't, not myself. I tend to get aggravated and just can't help but lash out verbally because it's so aggravating. Anyways, let's get back into this genius piece of art.
14 and won't go out after dark, and all the politicians are just arguing on a Twitter instead of doing, well, anything really. Should we feel safe, or is it over for this country?
Take response, Douglas.
Yeah, it's quite simple. Britain has gone soft. The people in charge of our legal system now have absolutely no backbone. Now, back in my day, they get punished and punished properly. These days, it seems that you get a tick.
I wonder if he's writing lyrics to a new song there. And bigger question, why do we need some sort of celebrity to chime in on something like this? I believe that was my impression of this individual, was like some sort of social media presence and on a reality show.
TikTok account, and they get punished and punished properly. These days, it seems that you get a TikTok account and some sort of documentary on Netflix. And I'm sorry, but you should be afraid. You really should. The people who run this country are afraid to make any decision in case they offend somebody.
Dr. Tolliday.
With all due respect, it's exactly that thinking.
Yes, it comes from somebody who knows about criminals. This structural inequality does nothing. What are you going to tell me next? That road cones have feelings and emotions?
Actually, what we're seeing is the collapse of social support networks, rising poverty, inequality of wealth.
That's absolute rubbish. People aren't being stabbed because of inequality. They're doing it because they can, and we're letting them.
I think reality, stuff like that, is happening due to both of this, the reasoning coming out from both sides here. People are doing it because more than likely they're going to get away with it, or like a slap on the wrist or something. But also, they're being pushed to it in a way. They're still making a bad decision, but they're being pushed into these situations because of there aren't many options out there for anyone in the middle and lower classes. We're just told to work harder. Why not have 2 or 3 jobs when one job is enough wasted time in our lives, in my opinion? Shouldn't be working 10 hours plus, or 8 to 10, 12, 16 hours. It's fucking ridiculous. And we spend that much time away from our families, away from our homes, away from our loved ones, our friends. We spend more time with our coworkers than we do with anyone else in our lives. If you work in a situation like that, where you like, I work in a shop type environment, so there's coworkers around me. I worked in fast food before, so coworkers. I also worked in a carpet cleaning spot where it was mainly me just going out and dealing with customers, occasionally working with the boss. We were a very small company. But my point to that is, like, one job should be enough to support an individual, even a family. I mean, look, there was a time where a single individual could support a household, and you wouldn't need to worry about both individuals in that family, parents wise, working. Now it's almost a necessity. So there's no one home with the kids. So they're either left home alone, or they're in some sort of daycare, whatever type of program you want to call it, to keep them busy till the parents can get off work. So they're not really raising the kids. So their influences and what they're learning comes from what they're absorbing on the internet, on TV, through the people they're surrounded with. So, I mean, if their parents were more negative, them working all the time could be a positive for the kid. It's really situational type of thing, but we just spend too much time working. And I could keep going and going. And if y'all have been here, you know I would. So let's just get back into this before I rant too long and ruin the video.
Because they can, and we're letting them.
Let me break this up slightly and bring in Cassie here. What would you say?
Well, I think that...
Oh my God!
I think maybe you're both right. Like, Sir Douglas here thinks we should be hard, but Dr. Tolliday thinks we should be soft and gentle. I personally think it's nice with a mix of hard and gentle.
Yeah. Kind of the shit I was expecting from someone in that part of the world. Not the world, I'm sorry. Someone in that type of lifestyle where they're celebrity. Let's just make it about sex. We're talking about something serious, but let's just make it about sex. Let's distract. Let's misdirect. Let's get the attention off of what it should be on and onto something that is thrown in our faces every day, no matter what the case may be. I mean, freaking ads that have nothing to do with sex got people in various amounts of undress because sex sells. And then, as Rin said, in the bedroom, they sell us sex while they pedestal virginity, or they serve us alcohol and try to sell us sobriety. They're getting us both ways, coming and going. And they're trying to monetize it all. Some medications that are out there cost more than most people make in a year to be on that medication for a year, and that should never be a thing. It should never be about money. It should be about helping people. Another thing I love about Ren is he's honest and open about things, whether it's his opinions, whether it's the way things are in this world, whether people want to admit it or not. I'm glad I did this. I'm sorry if y'all don't enjoy my inputs and stuff, but or agree with them, and that's fine. It's your right to your opinion. You don't have to agree with me. I tend to agree with Ren on these subjects. Where I don't think we're hard enough on criminals. I think they're just given slaps on the wrist. And here in this country, we shouldn't have privatized prisons. We should not be profiting off people being in prison. Everything has become profit, monetized. It's ridiculous. If you're religious, answer this, please, in the comments down below. Let me know. If Jesus or God had billions of dollars, what would they do with it? Hoard it? Use it to make even more money for themselves while there are people out there suffering? Or would they use their wealth to help those in need, which is what Jesus taught? Feed the poor, take care of the needy, love thy neighbor, even if from a far off land. Was watching Brain Squeeze reactions today. But I'm not sure if it was one of his reactions. I don't think it was a Brain Squeeze reaction where this specific thing came up, but I've finally caught up with all of his Ren reactions. He's an amazing reactor. If you don't know him, please get on his channel and watch his videos. So entertaining. But anyways, oh, I know what it was now. It was a George Carlin reaction on Cliff Beach channel, talking about rights and if God made rights or Jesus made the rights, right to bear arms wouldn't be it, but a right to a roof over your head and food on your table and clothes on your back would be something they would be pushing. But yet, a lot of people who are religious worship God but don't follow the teachings. Myself, I was very against the belief of God, religion. I will never side with the church. I think they don't help us. They hurt us more than they help us. They definitely shouldn't be tax free and then ask for donations. They should have to pay taxes on their land. It's stupid that they don't. And the fact that they don't is why we have so many cult type things where if it's called religion, then they don't have to pay taxes on their land, so they're playing the system. I need to continue, or I will just go on for hours. You obviously know how I feel about these things. Thank you, Ren.
I personally think it's nice with a mix of hard and gentle.
Excellent point, Cassie. Yeah, the audience loves it.
Excellent point. Something else I've been watching is people who think LeBron James should be considered the greatest basketball player of all time, when if you watch anything he's done the last 5+ years, he's one of the, in my opinion, he is the most overrated person in sports history, and he has ruined the sport of basketball. But you're watching and you hear the announcers do nothing but blow smoke up his ass when he sucks. Air balls free throws, air balls regular shots, loses the ball dribbling, travels, charges, gets calls when they shouldn't be called, like goes up for a layup because he can't make a jump shot, and there's like feet of distance between him and the defender, but yet he gets a whistle to go to the free throw. But it's like this. They're agreeing with the bullshit that person just said. This is why I went on the sports rant, completely off topic, but not really. They agree with the bullshit being said just because it got reactions out of the crowd. So they're gonna shine the light on that bullshit instead of the important stuff being talked about by these other individuals. And that's the point of that person in the chair right there. As I said, distract, misdirect, take the attention off the actual subject. That's why she's sitting there with her tits hanging out.
Excellent point, Cassie. Yeah, the audience loves it, which brings us to our next question, really. Should Vincent face the harshest punishment, do you think?
Yes, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, let's set an example. Let's be harsh. Let's give him the worst we can do. Let's brand him. Let's publicly humiliate him, whatever needs. We've got to stop people from doing these offences. We've got to make crimes that are as unappealing as possible.
That's medieval. Every study shows that harsher punishment...
I'm sorry, I'm going to have to interrupt you there. I'm sorry. This study stopped someone from...
He hasn't let her get a thought out without interrupting her to just put more of his bullshit there. Whether he's making a good point or not, he should let them talk and then interject. At least he apologized for the interruption this time. I doubt he meant it. I'm here talking like this is real. Fucking Ren. Let's go.
So
definitely don't need to do a rewatch. If y'all want to see it uninterrupted, please watch it on Ren's channel. Click the link in the description.
I'm going to have to interrupt you there. I'm sorry. This study stopped someone from getting murdered in Paddington last night? No. Now, you can make statistics and anything you want as long as you want, but it's not going to stop a blade from going into your gut, and nor is your PhD.
What works is investment in communities.
Oh, yes, brilliant. So welfare handouts to youth clubs so that some of these thugs can do interpretive dance for their feelings.
It's called therapy.
Called a waste of money.
What do you think, Cassie? What would you say?
Well, I don't even know Vincent, but if it makes everyone feel safer, I think we should just punish him, right? Like,
Off with his head!
the vibes are what's important here. So if he's gonna bring the bad vibes, I think he should do the time, honey.
is about dealing with issues systemic.
Final thought on this, Sir Douglas.
Final thought. Look.
The host is even being rude to the other person. They brought... Hi, Chop. What do you want? What do you need? Show me. You want your food, huh? Yeah, that's what I thought. I have one more video to do, okay, sweet boy? I'll get treats out for you, though, okay? Bribe you to say hi to everyone? But yeah, even the host is cutting her off and not letting her get a complete statement out. I feel there are individuals that are like these two. Celebrity, I just want her removed. Get that bone, Chop. But I feel they're both on the extreme sides. And this is one of my biggest issues with the right and the left. Is they both just go to the far extreme when the reality is somewhere in the middle. But if we focus on the reality and be in the middle somewhere, things will improve and get better for everyone. Not just the people in control making the rules for themselves so they can continue to benefit from it. In a situation like this, I feel Vincent should be punished. Jail at the very least for life for murder. I don't know about how they handle the death penalty and stuff in the UK. I know here in the States it's very all over the place depending on the state you're in. I'm not anti-death penalty. Or anti-execution. I feel there are certain situations where it is necessary. And what is going to cost us more in the long run? Having someone in prison or some billionaires profiting from it, or if they're a murderer or something along those lines, have that option available. I could see both sides. But I do feel violent crimes like this, the aggressor should be punished. But in the same note, the female is making I forget her name, so I'm just referring to her as her or the female, I'm sorry. The therapist, I'll go with that instead. They are putting good points out there, but again, I feel they're the extreme, like, his view on it's a waste of money is bullshit. This is amazing. Thank you, Ren. You're a genius.
This is about dealing with issues systemic.
Final thought on this, Sir Douglas.
Final thought. Lock him up, throw away the key.
Yay! All right, well, that brings us to the final question. What does this all mean for the future of Britain?
Well, it means war. It means war. The public are at danger. We've been wrapped in this.
War is that side's answer for everything. The war on drugs, the war on poverty. Does it actually do anything?
Sort of bubble. Well, it means war. It means war. The public are at danger. We've been wrapped in this sort of bubble wrap. I mean, if it was up to me, I would have the soldiers on the streets right now.
The real war is with inequality. Vincent is a symptom, not a cause. If we don't address the root cause...
The root cause is if he'd not picked up a weapon and picked up a job application instead.
Well, I think that we should just be nicer to each other. You know. Like, if we just meditated more, this wouldn't happen, that wouldn't happen. And like, there was this one time where the two guys I was talking to, they found out about each other and it was a right mess. They wanted to have a talk about it. So I just turned my phone off, went to the back garden with a matcha martini and meditated like really hard. And honestly, that solved all of my problems. So I think it could
Out of time, so I'm going to say thank you to our panel, but also Professor Price. You've been rather quiet sitting there, made a lot of notes. Do you have any insights to share with us?
Yes. Yes. You people talk of punishment, yes? Policy, poverty, and whatever it is you're talking about, but crime is not a social issue. No, no, no. It is a neurological one. It is a matter of circuitry, misfiring impulses, faulty wiring in the prefrontal cortex. You see, we can punish, yes, and punish and punish. Naughty boy. Yeah, yeah. But nothing ever changes, right? And why? Because we are disciplining behavior when we could simply repair the machine. You, sir, would you imprison or jail a lamp simply for flickering? No, of course not. It would be preposterous, it would be absurd. You would simply acquire a new bulb. Well, Vincent is a broken lamp. And I have a new light bulb.
Well, you heard it here.
Ren is an amazing actor. It didn't even sound like him. Oh. All of that. And then he comes in at the end and kills it. Damn. Okay. This is almost over.
Well, you heard it here first. With that, it is good night from us.
Look, we haven't even had a proper debate.
We'll see you all same time next week. Join us then. Good night.
I'm so sorry you're hungry. I'll get treats out right after this, okay? I'm done with this one. That was amazing. Double feature. I wonder how long his is gonna be. All right, that was amazing. I can't wait to get into this one. Let's go. Let me know what you thought down below. Give me a click the link in the description. Show Ren some love. Like, subscribe, watch the content on his channel right here. Ren makes stuff. There will be a link to this video in the description down below. Excuse me. Also, if you enjoyed my reaction, please give me a like and subscribe. I am trying to hit this 1,000 mark as soon as possible. We're very close. Let's see if we can make it happen. Genius. Can't wait to get into this next one. But I gotta take care of Chop first. Huh, good boy. Yeah, huh. Alright. Howlers, love you. Thank you for being here. If you're new, love you also. Thank you for being here. Anyone who comes and shares their time with me on my channel is much appreciated. With all of that being said, until next time, share the love, and everybody wins. Grumpy Wolf.